Hi Cancer, welcome to Awaken Spirit Wisdom. In this reading we will explore what shadow or deeper rooted energy you are currently transmuting personally and collectively, which you may or may not be aware of. So I will pull a crystal card to see what crystal can help support you through your process, and also which Archangel is working with you. And then I'll pull some oracle cards to further gain any further information and what the outcome will be if you do choose to consciously work with transforming this energy. So the blind spot card that I'll be using has a healing symbol to activate your unconscious, to bring this pattern into your awareness gently and to help you transmute it and transform it at the root cause. So just take what resonates with you. The information that you get initially may not resonate. You may think, well, actually that's not for me, and then over the next few days something will start to unfold, and then you'll become aware of, oh, actually that is something that is being triggered or is unfolding. So take what you can, take it with a pinch of salt, and then over the next few days just see what comes up for you. I do feel that if you have been drawn to this reading, then your deeper part of your soul is ready to move you through this energy and wants you to become aware of this deeper rooted pattern that is holding you back, and that you are wanting or needing to transform and transmute or heal at this time. So we'll just get into the reading and see what comes through for you. I'm just going to pull one card for each of these because a lot of information comes through from the blind spot card, and because there are that many cards I can't remember each and every one of them, so I will be reading from the book to give you a bit more insight into what it may be covering for you. Obviously it's different for each of you. I haven't shuffled that, so it will unfold differently for each of you. So let's just see what comes up. That one has flown onto the floor. Okay, Spirit, what crystal is going to support Cancer through this process? Just one card, please, Spirit. I'm going to put those back because I just asked for one card, so one more shuffle and then we'll split it back. And then what Archangel is going to be working with Cancer to help you through this process. Please do look up the angel meaning as well, because it may be that there's further information in there for you. It's all coming out in threes for you guys, but I'm only going to pick out one, so maybe things are happening for you in threes. And then further information and outcome, please, you Spirit. And then, oops. Things are a bit slippery for you guys, isn't there? Just be gentle with yourselves. I think there is a lot of energy building up for you with the solar eclipse coming up. So. A lot of illumination. I keep wanting to say elimination for some reason, so anyway. Right, And they are just flying out. Oh. I'm going to put those back because I don't feel I've shuffled them. So let's see what else Spirit wants to bring up for you. One more shuffle. Right, so Cancer, we have a lot of cards, and you have drawn a number 76, which is the energy you're currently working through is deflection. So I'm going to read from the book. Now the idea with the card is that I hold it up and then you look at the picture on the card, and that will trigger your unconscious to bring forward whatever is related to this energy to you to work through. If you have drawn this card, you are currently using deflection as a tool to avoid self-awareness in a situation where you really do need to recognize something within yourself. To deflect something is to cause that thing to change direction by interposing something. This turns it off its straight course and into another direction, even back in the original direction it came from. Deflection is when someone communicates to another, causes that person to feel triggered. As a result, instead of taking in the perceived criticism, they either ignore, deny, or turn away from it. Or worse, they turn it back towards the person who communicated it in the first place. This is done to avoid painful memories, emotions, and thoughts, but it also prevents the person deflecting the comment from being self-aware. Deflection is different from projection, which is when a person cannot accept a quality or aspect of their own personality because it is incompatible with their self-concept, so they project it out of their awareness and onto another person. It is the angry person recognizing anger in others, but thinking they are peaceful, for example. However, once people learn about projection, it can be taken further to become a common deflection technique. For example, in order to deflect something that someone tells you about yourself which triggers you, simply tell them they are projecting. Deflection is a defense mechanism that is designed to preserve self-concept. It is a form of projection when it is used to deflect blame. Essentially, when the fault is with us, we project the blame and fault onto someone else. We feel we cannot take responsibility or blame for something and feel positive about ourselves at the same time. We are unwilling to feel guilt or shame. To give you some examples of deflection, a child may spill something and blame it on the cup. An abusive husband may blame his wife for provoking him by not having dinner ready on time despite what she promised. A person may say things to hurt someone when they defend themselves. Just bear with me, I need to turn the page. I'm going to have to put that down, I don't think I've got the right page. Sorry. A person may say things to hurt someone, and when they defend themselves, blame it on the person being too sensitive. A person may destroy a relationship and say, it always takes two. So I'm not going to read through all the examples because that will be blah 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 blah. If you have drawn this card, you are currently deflecting in this scenario. Recognize the shame and guilt that you feel. We deflect to save our self-concept. In order to awaken, we have to be able to see both sides of ourselves, both our darkness and our light. This means in order to stop deflecting, we have to be willing to feel and see ourselves as not a good person in the circumstances we are in. If we are not willing to see ourselves in this light, we will continue to avoid self-awareness by only seeing what we want to see in ourselves. Therefore, we will not be in reality. Our only access of power is in reality. So we will not be able to make any positive change to the scenario we are in. It would benefit you to spend time accepting in this energy of the card 33 as well as this one, and coming to understand its message as well. Now card 33 is it's all about shame, so let me double check. Shame, yeah, so this is deeper rooted, a deeper rooted sense of what's causing you to deflect is a deeper sense of shame. If you have drawn this card, let it help you to reflect. The opposite of deflection is reflection. Hopefully you can reflect and accept the perspective that you are not the good guy in the situation. But if you can't, for the sake of other people around you, you can go through the back door of this pattern by feeding your positive self-concept and accepting your negative aspects. Just decide that the person who is the best person in this one, who really owns their badness. When you feel the tension of defense in any given situation, use the power of your own ego's desire to see you as a good person. And a good person owns their flaws. To look for what you did wrong or what you did to hurt the other person. So basically, what that card is bringing forward is sometimes we have a tendency to, when we're triggered, we have a tendency to feel ashamed and feel bad and feel worthless and feel that we're a bad person. And automatic response, defense response, is to deflect that and go, no, I'm not the bad person, you did this and therefore it's your fault. So rather than that being your default response, is take some time to reflect on, it's not so much what the person has done. Okay, sometimes it is, don't get me wrong. Obviously there's a limit between, somebody's really bad, then they're really bad and you are a victim and you have every right to feel the way you do. But sometimes what Spirit is saying is that when you are being triggered, you're already highly sensitive to whatever this was in the past, and your automatic response is, well, no, I didn't do anything wrong, therefore you full of shit, or whatever. What this card is asking you to do is understand what's being triggered and work through the wound of that trigger. Go to the root cause of that pain and heal that, and then through that you will have a much clearer understanding of the lesson and the teaching and the learning and the soul growth that the first experience was there to teach you, and then you won't feel, basically your perception to the person who's triggered you will then change, because then you'll realize that actually they haven't necessarily done it on purpose, that you are part of the dynamic that's playing out, and that perhaps unconsciously you're not aware of what part of you've brought to the table that you are solely responsible for, and you are responsible for healing that aspect of yourself so that it doesn't come back into the dynamic. So once you've healed this aspect of yourself and the root cause of it, you won't have this automatic response to deflect the pain onto somebody else, because a lot of the time what's been triggered is that pain is so deep and so painful that we've survived it while on earth, would want to go back there, but it's being triggered for a reason, because something's still not been healed, and there's still something that's stuck in your energy that is pulling these triggers towards you, because it is wanting to transform. It's your soul is wanting to grow. It is wanting to move through this soul lesson so you can have something better coming in. I hope that makes sense. And then we have iolite, which is the crystal that's coming forward to help you. Now, if you don't have this crystal, you can just call on the energy of iolite. And the key word is grounding, focus, and intuition. Drawing this card signifies a need to work with the body before proceeding to more spiritual development. Ensure you are grounded and centered before undertaking any meditation, shamanic, or vision quests. So when you triggered, you become unstable or disconnected from your grounding chakra, and a lot of trauma and triggers are kind of base chakra orientated. So and then your natural response is to retaliate because you feel like your survival is being threatened. So iolite will definitely help you to ground your energies and ground your energy into your body as well. Healing, central to working with strengthening the body and increasing resistance to disease and illness. It helps fight infection, fevers, bacteria, and other invasive entities. Useful for detoxification of liver and reversing the effects of alcohol. So what I would suggest is you actually look up the spiritual meaning of iolite, or the crystal meaning of iolite, and then take in whatever it is that it resonates with you to help you through your healing process. And you have got Archangel Camille. Beloved one, I am helping you with your spiritual and soulmate relationship. So for some of you, I feel that this spiritual relationship is really triggering some deep-rooted old energy, old pattern, and this may go back to past lives as well. So some of you, I don't know where that's come from, but Spirit are kind of saying this may be past life rooted instead of it being childhood rooted. It may be past lifetime. So this energy may be something that you are working through over a period of lifetimes, but I do feel that this is coming up for you now, especially with the build up to the eclipse in your sign. And it's at 0 degrees Cancer, the solar eclipse. So it's a massive, powerful gateway and an amazing opportunity for you to clear this on a deeper soul level. So really powerful time. Okay, so I do feel for you Cancerians that there is a lot of, this is tied in with, on some level, I can't see what that is, but it will unfold for you. This pattern is tied into your money at the moment. So there's a lot of worry about money, finances. What am I going to do? You know, where am I headed? And I know a lot of us are going through all of that at the moment. But I do feel that if you allow yourself to see what's really going on, you will begin to move past some of this other energy, some of this confusion, some of this I feel that it's got to do with your perception of yourself, and through these triggers it's triggering a whole lot of shame. So when we are in shame, we cannot fully see and understand who we really are, because we're too caught up in the pattern and the illusion of the pattern. But once you are able to work through this, you will start to see yourself as the Empress, which is an abundant, spiritual, amazing energy, fertile, knows what she wants, can manifest what she wants, really powerful person, and really balanced and grounded, intuitive, you know, basically all-rounder being. And once you get to this part of who you are and you really see who you really are through the shame and through the pain, this part of you is going to help you to balance out whatever's happened for you in the past. And I do feel that this rebalancing is between your shadow self and your higher self. And once this energy is balanced, you are going to start to feel like you can move forward. And you are starting to look forward towards what it is you really do want. But from a place of genuine value within yourself and knowing. I'm not saying you don't value yourself, don't get me wrong, but when shame's involved, it really does knock us back, and we doubt whether we can, we doubt if we're good enough, we doubt whether what we've got is enough, or what we've got to give to the world is enough. But you are coming into this much grounded, much more firm sense of who you are, knowing who you are, and you do have the power to manifest and co-create with spirit, and that's coming through with this card as well. I do feel, you can't see that very well, but I'm seeing this as spirit helping you to balance these two energies within you, and then it's being triggered within your heart chakra to co-create with spirit what it is you really want. And you are looking forward to something that you've always wanted to do, and you will then be able to notice all these amazing abundant opportunities that are surrounding you, that because of the shame and deflection you haven't really allowed to come in, or haven't noticed before, because you were too busy looking away or pushing it away. This sort of ties in with in some way with the Pisces reading, about their thing was about pushing them away or pushing something away. So I feel that part of this energy is kind of playing into your reading as well. But we do have you coming into the Ace of Earth, which is a brand new start, a brand new beginning, especially around finances, material wealth, a new material beginning. This could be a brand new job offer, it could be you starting up your own company, your own business, or some creative aspect where you are earning income, because you do have something that's valuable and is needed in the world. You just need to kind of believe in yourself once you work through this, whatever's triggering your shame. You need to believe in yourself, and once you balance your energy out, this is going to be a lot easier for you to decide, look at all these things I can give, all these things that I've got, all these amazing skills that I've got. Now I'm going to put that into something that's going to create money for me, and then you're going to have that sense of belief in yourself, because then you end your reading with the Star. Now the Star is wish fulfillment, but it also represents deep healing as well. So I do feel that in the next month, up until from the solar eclipse to the lunar eclipse on the 5th of July, there is going to be a lot of healing coming forward for you, and the solar eclipse is going to activate a lot of what this is actually doing and what the root cause of that is, and that is then going to trigger you into a whole new healing process where you're going to sort of see yourself in a totally different way and allow you to fulfill what it is you really, really want, what you really desire, and embark on a brand new journey with the sense of renewed confidence in yourself, because your perception will be a lot clearer as to who you really are. And it's almost like you're transmuting this, because this is the old past life stuff that your soul has now completed. So I hope that makes sense. Do let me know how this energy is unfolding for you. It may be for some of you it's over a couple of days and then it all becomes quite clear, and for some of you, if it's more deeper rooted, as in like a past life, you may need to work with this over the next few weeks to let it unravel, to get to the root cause. So maybe do some meditation around a past life to see where the root cause of that is. Okay, I wish you all the best of luck. Take care. God bless.